In terms of political spending, I'm going to do a lot less in the future.
And why is that?
I think I've done enough.
Is it because of blowback?
Well, if I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason.
Well, there you go. The world's richest man and advisor to the president announcing he will be dialing it back on campaign spending. Elon Musk spent $290 million in the 2024 election. And keep in mind, he did not endorse Donald Trump until after the assassination attempt in July.
So, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both.
Money talks, dirty cash. I want you.
I have a feeling you got everything you wanted, and you're not wasting time stuck here like me.
Elon Musk steps down as the head of Doge. Doge, or the Department of Government Efficiency, was a agency brought together by Donald Trump with Elon Musk as the head figure to basically oversee all agencies and all departments within the government to see who is overspending, who might be corrupt, who might be this. And upon finding any of these, Elon had the power to basically fire anybody that they deemed useless. Now, this had a lot of attention in the first place because a lot of people were not happy with Elon being granted such position. And now Elon has left. Now, there's a lot of questions being asked, why did he leave? Now, the biggest answer to that is Elon is actually legally only allowed to work around 180 days per year. But it goes deeper than that. Now, District Judge Tanya Shukkan, now I probably said that name horrifically, has came out and basically said that they have to look into what Elon has done. And she has claimed that it was done illegally. Now, around about 14 states have also came out and put a federal case against Elon Musk, stating that not only what he did was wrong, but it was also illegal, and that he held actually no power to be able to do the things that he had done. Now, Trump's people have already came out and said that Elon wasn't actually the head of Doge and he was just sort of a special employee, as they call it. However, Donald himself has said that no, Elon was the head figure. He was the head of Doge. He was the one pulling all the strings. He was the one firing everybody. He was the big figurehead of all this. But just as we thought that maybe these things were going to happen, Elon has left. Now they're saying that these cases will still go on, but the question is, why did Elon leave? Did he leave because of these cases and these lawsuits perhaps coming against him? Did Donald ask him to leave because of these lawsuits coming against him? Or could it be for more personal reasons? Now, Elon Musk's Tesla since 2025 has seen a massive drop in percentages, around about 71% within the first 3 months. Also to mention, Elon himself is extremely angry at Donald Trump. Now, as we said, Doge was brought in to basically cut needless and wasteful spending. That's what apparently Elon was there for, kind of similar to what he did when he bought Twitter. He basically fired everyone useless. He was doing that this time in the American government, where you basically fire anybody you deem useless to save money. Basically, you create a government that is insanely efficient when it comes to spending money. Now, that was the plan. However, Donald Trump has brought out a new bill. They call it the Big Beautiful Bill, and it has basically went against everything that Doge did. Basically, Doge cut spending here, there, and everywhere. And Donald Trump has came out and done basically the opposite, which Elon has already came out on interviews and things like that, saying that it's basically a middle finger, basically, to what they have done. It basically takes Doge, takes everything Elon did, rips it up, tears it up, throws it on the fire, because now they're doing the opposite of that and doing it 10 times worse perhaps than it actually was. Now, could this be the end of Elon and Donald's friendship or even business partnership? Now, it wouldn't take a genius to think that Elon was backing or putting millions, if not billions, into Donald Trump's campaign for this term as president, which is probably why Elon was gifted such immense power within the White House. You saw him in the Oval Office standing over Trump, talking instead of Trump, doing these huge meetings instead of Trump. It begs the question that he probably did put a huge amounts of his own personal money or shares within his company's money to fund Donald's campaigns and this and the other. So if these have split, Donald might just have lost one of his, well, not one, probably his biggest funders for all his campaigns and everything like that. Now, Elon, on the other hand, it's not going so well for him either. He's losing huge amounts of money. He's losing huge amounts of values in his companies like Tesla because of some of the controversial things that he has been doing. He did the salute, of course, and things like that. It cost him huge amounts of money. Starlink has not been able to get it in South Africa and other places. So this year has been very, very bad for him. Now, with his government position gone and state attorneys and other people, federal agents, federal people putting federal cases upon him, it could be a horrific year for him. And he himself has said that he has spent far too much money this year on everything, that he has wasted huge amounts of money, billions basically of dollars from his banks have disappeared. Probably more within these 3 months than perhaps the last few years. So again, him leaving as head of Doge, I think it's down to, yes, he only was allowed to work 180 days, but the cases against him, the federal cases against him that are now piling up because of what he did as the leader of Doge, or the supposed leader. They say he was, they say he wasn't. The fact that Tesla and his other companies are losing huge amounts of value, I think they're the main reasons. I think the lawsuits that potentially are going to go against him, and the fact that his money makers, his companies, are losing huge amounts of money. I think he's seeing bridges burn while he's still over in the White House. He's having to come back out and try to, put these fires out, basically. It's not looking good for him. And like I say, working with Donald probably wasn't the best idea, because I feel Donald is very volatile. One day he can say he's doing this, the next day he does something else. And then, like I say, with Doge, he basically ripped up everything Elon did, and with his first bill basically went against everything. So it's not looking good for either of them right now. It's not looking good for America right now. But anyway, this has just been a very quick video. Like I say, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, disagree, comment below. This has been Reaction Cause. I'll see you next time. Peace.